Oh. Let me out.
I would love for somebody to defend this pay-per-view beyond the women's Hell in a Cell match. By the way, I'm John Ritlin. This is
The Durbinator.
This is on the level of Battleground 2017. Oof. Thankfully, not quite as bad because Great Khali didn't appear, and Jinder Mahal. That's true. And Jinder Mahal isn't a champion. This was bad. This was really, really bad. I want to clarify.
Oh boy!
There were 4 matches heading into this show. 3 before SmackDown. That was Friday. Mm-hmm. 1 added.
Welcome to Last Minute Booking with WWE.
Now, let me make it clear. And I'm just quick right here, not every company can set a card way in advance. But if you're going to try to sell out and get people to pay top dollar, right, for a 17,000 or 19,000 seat capacity venue, you need to deliver. Even if they just had the 3 matches, the 4 matches they advertised, okay, and added some matches, you could make this work. And they didn't make this work.
No.
They did not make this work at all.
Nope.
And it's not for a lack of the talents, but this pay-per-view still ended, what, like 7:15?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Booked poorly.
Really poorly.
Talent was misused.
Horribly. Even
every moment of success was undercut by some other bullshit that happened later on in the night.
Continuing feuds that don't.
There was no enjoyment to be had outside of the women's Hell in a Cell match,
which we will get to.
There were parts of the main event that were enjoyable, but overall, yeah, we'll get into that.
Besides the Saudi Arabia shows, which I may actually be off for Crown
Jewel.
They're
non-canon, and I don't watch them.
My point is, really, besides those, this is the worst pay-per-view WWE has done this year. Just easily. I know I've ranted plenty, and I'm gonna take it easy, but thank fucking Christ NXT's on USA, and thank fucking Christ AEW's around, so we can at least see some competition between brands that seem to give a shit, because the talent sure make it. Anyway, there were 4 matches added during the WWE Now thing today, and 1 more added during the pre-show.
Yes.
Why? You had, what, 3 weeks to build this?
3-4 weeks, yeah.
Well, no, the 15th is when Clash of Champions was, so it was about 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
They built the 2 cell matches, the tag match, and Bayley and Charlotte had some build to it. Other than that, so many of these, while they may have had some backstory, were just, hey guys, go out there and entertain, see ya.
Go on.
Yeah. Lacey and Natty, I came in during part of this because I was working late.
You didn't miss much. It was a well-worked match. It just wasn't anything to write home about.
So their Raw feud then.
Yeah, it felt like another Raw match.
Lacey hits a beautiful moonsault. I do want to put that over. And really, I like that Natty won. The problem is later we're getting Natty versus Lacey, Last Woman Standing, tomorrow. Look,
why?
They work decently together. They are good workers.
Sure, but why?
I totally agree with you. No, I agree with you. That's fucking bullshit. Lacey has not really benefited from a lot of booking that she's gotten, besides getting TV time.
She needs varied opponents so that the crowd does not lose interest in her.
And Natty, while very good,
also needs varied opponents so people do not lose interest in her.
Yeah, she's kind of plateaued. And I mean, I love Natty. I really do. And I think Lacey's got a very good upside. Match was what it was. We then get Ali with an interview backstage. And then Orton says, oh yeah, I'm going to challenge you to a match. Or actually, Ali challenges him to a match. Which we'll get to.
Who has the momentum going forward.
Yes, I mean, of course, Orton keeping...
And thanks to this new Fox contract, you can just imagine how much,
Yeah, how much of most
how many brown people are going to succeed in this company now.
Really hope... Now, I hope Ali actually goes to Raw. USA Network might
he goes to NXT.
Well, I hope that
so
too.
So he can go to the A show.
Pretty much is the A show.
Yeah.
So yeah, we think of Charlie, who seemed very excited to send it back to Sarah. That was about the most positive stuff I got out of this. King apparently at one point said a line though about Lacey being a Marine.
Yeah, like he said when she was in the Marine, she was so hated that I heard that when she was deployed, she was shot at by both sides. So I was like, Christ, Lawler.
I mean, Lawler said worse in the 90s, but to
he didn't talk about those puppies.
I mean, she probably would have punched him,
Yeah.
to be fair. I mean, she probably would have punched him for that. So, Charlie plugs Crown Jewel, as you said.
Yeah, the show she cannot attend.
Yeah. They've had women on those shows before.
It's a vibrant, progressive company!
By the way, if anybody that happens to be watching...
Oh, sorry. Vibrant, progressive country.
Yeah. Anybody that happens to be watching from Saudi Arabia...
Both of those things with WWE and Saudi Arabia.
If you're watching from Saudi Arabia and you actually are a decent person, I want you to know it's about the government. It ain't about you guys. Just making it clear. Alright, so we get pyro and shit, and as you said, an old SmackDown sets from the look of it.
Yeah, parts of the SmackDown set were incorporated into Hell in a Cell, which, you know what? I get it. It's a great set.
We get Vic, Dio, and Lawler for the Raw side, and Corey and
We were
Cole.
expecting Michael Cole, but it was him, Dio.
Happy for that?
Yeah.
You should be. Becky versus Sasha.
His Twitter handle is Great Black Otaku. He gets the reference.
Is it actually?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I probably should know that, but I don't understand because I don't watch any of that. Becky versus Sasha.
Yeah.
Raw Women's title, Hell in a Cell. High watermark. Best match on the goddamn show.
Yes.
Because fucking hell did these women beat the shit out of each other.
Yes, they did. My God, did they? Did they ever?
It starts outside the cell, and we're like, really? They're going to go with the Charlotte Sasha route from a few years ago? Mm-hmm. Which wasn't bad, but it was kind of messy.
Sasha retreading old ground isn't anything new to her.
She needs a little more glue to hold on that weave a little bit.
Well, no, it stayed on.
As if I'm one to talk about hair, I mean,
you have some. A little bit.
A little.
Yeah.
It does go inside. Of course, there's chain usage because that's some nice symbolism there. That was a bit uncomfortable. It wasn't the most uncomfortable thing we got in this match, though.
Boy.
Lots of shots of the face. I mean, a chair to Sasha's face. I don't care how protected they are. No. Now, credit to both these women. If they both weren't concussed after this, I'd be amazed.
Yeah, this was a brutal match.
In a good way, but also in a cringy way.
Yeah.
Cause...
Not like Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy cringy, but cringy in its own way.
He put a screwdriver through his ear.
I know. That's what I was referencing.
I'm bringing that up so people remember.
They know.
It's because I remind them of it.
And you post pictures constantly.
Any chance you get. I do. I do repeat things. So...
But that's the last time Jeff Hardy goes to the bar and orders a screwdriver. Anyway.
I am disappointed I did not make that joke.
He's more of a screwdriver. But...
God damn! We get a meteora to the ladder where Sasha hurt herself more.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me. Okay.
Ow! I was wrong. It hurt me more. We are not going to be kind to this show after this, so really, you're not going to like this. Nice arm focus by Sasha working on Becky's arm, preventing the disarmor. It didn't work in the end, but it was some nice stuff. The headshots, again, the headshots. The chair lipped up with the legs up, and Sasha hitting it face first. Mm-hmm. I don't care how protected it is. We've seen headshots at some indie shows.
Yeah.
Ow! Jacob Fatu tends to, swing a chair. Pretty,
he also swings at everything that's in a 2-foot proximity to him.
He also swings other people.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu's a scary motherfucker. So, back to the women, though. The bad shot to the face on the cell where Sasha just got launched and just hit that wall. Sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
Credit to these women. That drop, where there were the canes in the cage or whatever, in the cage wall. The chair was sat on there. And then Becky...
Sorry, I need to read this for a second.
And it's okay. What? Am I reading it wrong?
Meaty aura.
I meant to say meaty horror, but I wrote it wrong.
Meaty aura!
So, did I write stupid? Yeah, I do. But onto a sitting Banks where she hit a drop kick off the apron just right into the corner. Mm-hmm. These women, this is great. This is one of the best women's matches. This is one of the best matches I've seen this year. I would have to rank it top 20.
Yeah, this was... fantastic way to open up the show. Gave us high hopes.
Yeah.
High hopes. It's off to despair we go.
And I'm also including New Japan, AEW. I'm even including a couple other seriously, this was terrific. As much shit as I gave Sasha, even though I understood, I still can respect the fact that her and Becky tore it down.
Yeah.
They burned it down, and then Seth burned it down the rest of the way later. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, we'll get to that. But Yeah, more chairs, just throwing the chairs in. Terry Funk.
Hitting Becky.
A lot. Beck exploded onto the chair and a disarmer. And Sasha taps, which we did not expect. I expected Sasha to win. Okay, I didn't expect it. Yeah, that's right. We did very brief predictions.
Yeah, all 3 matches that were announced on Friday.
Like, why the fuck would we even bother doing predictions? I don't know what's next for Sasha unless she goes to SmackDown. And you do. I'm not sure what you do, but I will say that this match is absolutely incredible. But then we get Cole and Graves. And by the way, we're still dealing with the after
because we're switching over to a SmackDown match.
Roman and Bryan versus Harper and Rowan tornado tag. I didn't like this. It
was well worked, but it didn't. It had a outcome that everyone saw coming.
The storyline was ass.
I mean, technically speaking, Rowan and Harper should have been the ones to have won this.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns did not need the rub. Stop laughing.
Yes. It's a different type of yes movement.
Anyway.
Hoorah.
Better than a no movement in that context. But anyway. This was filled with a few nasty hits. Everyone came out of this injured, it looked like.
I think Harper was the only one that didn't come out of it injured.
Harper got a nasty smack to the head from the announcer's table.
But he still looked okay afterwards.
Yeah. Roman Reigns, after spearing Rowan on the announcer's table,
hit his knee.
Rowan hit first. Announcer table collapsed like it's supposed to, except for one panel, and Roman hit his knee on that. So yeah, he was not walking right the rest of the day.
Yeah. He was not roaming along very well.
Daniel Bryan knocked his head around after Hurricane Rana.
Like on the fucking desk.
Hurricane Rana on Harper down to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Rowan even seemed to have hurt his wrist, which shock of shocks, Rowan might be hurt again.
So yeah, everyone hurt each other really bad.
Look, I hope everybody's okay.
Me too.
I hope Roman's okay. I hope everybody's okay. Except Corey. I want Corey the fuck out of there because he's horrible. Just test his brain for damage to the commentary.
Anyway, let's move on.
They hugged it out. There's a spear, by the way.
Not the tag teams, but Roman and Daniel Bryan.
They spear, by the way, to Harper, so Harper takes pin. Because of course Harper takes a pin. They hug it out. And then we get a crown jewel ad on Halloween. They talk about a trick.
The scariest thing is that they're going back.
I got a bone saw.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And now for the most disappointing match of the night.
Well, up to this point.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, up to this point, I should say.
Ali versus Orton.
Yeah.
In a match. Where Orton got cheered. It's Sacramento, though. There's no accounting for taste. Sorry, Sacramento. I know there's some cool people there that watch this show. But there's some idiots there.
Hey, Victor.
Yeah, Victor, you're cool. Do you live in Sacramento or you live further north?
It's either Sacramento or Elk Grove area, so.
There's another one. I don't remember
anyway.
the Twitter handle. But anyway, she's cool.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali lost to Orton.
He did get bruised horribly on his ribs.
And I don't know why he lost this match. I don't know what they're doing with Ali at this point.
I do want to say there was one cool...
But then again, they're on Fox now, so I wonder why the Muslim lost.
Can you tell we're not happy with the pay-per-view, folks? I did like the counter at the RKO he did first. That was pretty cool. My thing is this match could have been 5 minutes shorter if Orton had just stopped.
And why? Why did Orton win after dropping the N-word? Oh yeah, they're on Fox.
We don't like Fox, by the way. Have you noticed?
I'm not surprised that this is happening.
Oh, neither am I.
I'm not surprised that Kofi Kingston lost in 10 seconds anymore.
Yeah, it's Fox.
Because in the greater context of things, it all kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's the alt-right move for Fox. Anyway, but yeah, the match just could have been 5 minutes shorter if Orton had just stopped stalling, like Orton's been doing.
He's Methodactyl.
It's a weird pterodactyl right there. What the fuck was it? So, Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa and Nikki. The only good thing about this was Asuka and Kairi were playing the heels, especially Asuka.
Yes.
This is what you fucking need to do with her about, I don't know, right around the time she lost to Charlotte.
Yeah.
There was a random spotlight during there. I guess the lighting crew is going to play shadow puppets at some point. Or I believe as a friend of ours on Twitter, Jesse the Buckeye said, just she was doing like a dance thing. And actually somebody below said they were looking for Jeff Hardy. I'm just going to say really, really quickly, Jeff, get some fucking help and stop screwing up, please. Yeah. You got kids. Please. Okay. Get all seriousness.
Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa and Nikki Cross.
It was fine.
Kabuki Warriors won.
They did. A miss spot to Nikki. She got sprayed in the face by the Greens, so
yes.
The Irish taking down the Scottish again. And then, she won.
I don't think she's Irish. Either of them.
Aren't the Irish with the green? Anyway, moving on from that. Asuka misting Nikki. So, and then, unless that was a dream I had. So, pins her. Hey, cool. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do with the tag titles. I guarantee you they probably won't be featured all that much.
And then, after this match, we get a surprise 6-man tag.
I do want to say really quickly, though, that I do like how she channeled the Great Muta, so now I'm going to call her the Great Asuka.
She is great. But anyway, we get a surprise 6-man tag match. It's the Ak versus the Viking Raiders and surprise guest and guest beard, Braun Strowman.
They said guest beater at first. I was like, just picture him using egg beaters and then getting tangled in his beard.
I thought that was a reference to his tank tops, but...
Oh.
Anyway.
So, no, he's not a wife beater. Austin isn't out there. So, is this Raw?
Yeah.
Especially with that DQ finish.
Right.
Hey, you guys got in the ring for more than 2 seconds of a DQ. What?
Are pay-per-views where things should be ending? Or beginning?
Or not happening like this? By the way, at one point, then we have a prolonged beatdown between, Braun, Styles trying to get at Braun, or trying to hit him and everything, and then goes for the Phenomenal Forearm, and Braun just hits him really hard. So hard that Styles now thinks that the earth is round. And then maybe he respects...
Well, his world must be spinning after that hit.
And maybe he respects the gay community.
Nah, I wouldn't push it.
I don't think so either. I don't know why.
Doesn't matter how hard you try.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, for one of the worst goddamn segments of the night. The Street Profits doing the same motherfucking thing they've done for 3 months.
That was the worst segment of the night. It comes immediately after this.
Here's my issue with it. I like the Street Profits. You keep doing this stuff, people aren't going to care.
Yeah.
They're just going to see him. They see him, maybe they see him on NXT, they see that O'Reilly and Fish Smash. Cool. Fish Smash. What the fuck am I saying? But then we do...
Fish Smash of words.
We then do 24/7 stuff. Whoever came up with this deserves to be beaten.
Yeah, Breeze gets knocked down by Tamina, who won the 24/7 48-14 European Championship.
Fun fact, Truth has made me hate numbers. Carmella has made me hate the fact that they allow, idiots like this to be in the ring. Tamina's first championship in WWE.
Congratulations.
She's been with the company since what, like 08? 07, 08?
Did we really go from 3 matches to 9 in the course of 2 days?
Yes.
Jesus fuck. Who booked this shit?
Apparently Vince. Maybe Heyman did, I don't know. Yes. Slaps Breeze. I already forgot that Tyler Breeze had that hairstyle. And runs away. I hate this. I hate it. I hate whoever created it. They deserve nothing but scorn for it. Scorn! Foley doesn't. Let's Foley create it, and then he deserves scorn for it. Corbin versus Gable. Oh good, more short jokes.
Yeah, he's been officially dubbed Shorty Gable. Not even Shorty G, which is admittedly more appealing than Shorty Gable if we have to do something. Anyway, Gable wins this one handily.
The crowd was cheering for him.
Yeah. And then it is immediately undercut later on in the night.
Which we'll get to here in a bit.
Yep.
Look, can I just make something clear here? This is not how you get somebody over. Oh, Corbin's a good heel. You guys can like Corbin if you want. I don't. I'm sorry.
I'm bored of him.
I don't like him.
It's not that I don't like him. I'm just bored of him. He's got... He doesn't appeal in a heelish way or a face way. I don't care.
Corbin is the worst King of the Ring winner of all time. Worse than Mabel. I mean, he hasn't injured as many people as Mabel, so maybe, but still. At this point, if you're going to... Let's just skip right to the whole thing. So a little bit later, he's talking to Kayla, and then Corbin beats him up.
And he's talking about how, ask Baron Corbin, who's the bigger man. And he goes to walk off. Baron Corbin ambushes him, knocks him out essentially, throws him into a trash can, and you've immediately undercut one of the only positive moments of the night. Because we cannot have nice things.
I get wanting to continue a feud, but why is this feud continuing when it hasn't been interesting up to this point?
Nobody gives a fuck.
If you guys give a fuck, fine. We don't. Yeah. It's our show. We don't.
So at the very least, neither of us could give any sorts of fucks about Baron Corbin and Gable's feud. It's not helping Gable as much as WWE seems to think it is.
I mean, he's getting some cheers. I guarantee you they give him a little mid-card run, not even with a title, and they forget about this in a month, probably. So, we think of Bayley and Charlotte doing their entrances and everything. Oh, and then we do 24/7 stuff during this. And Truth doing some incredibly racist stuff towards Funaki.
Oh.
Which, to be fair, it's just Truth trying to be funny.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And then, by the way, Carmella wins. No, Truth wins the championship. Whoever came up with this title, why? Why would you do this?
The best part about this is that this segment occurred immediately after Bayley got to the ring.
Oh God, it did. So they were just standing in there. What the fuck's going on? And then we have the match. The match is for the SmackDown Live Women's title. It was fine. It was longer than the one at Clash of Champions, which is a good thing. That was only a few minutes. And
Bayley
then
tapped out to the figure 8.
And now you're giving Bayley Christian's tantrum throwing thing. Again, now I want to look at one part objectively. She cashed in on Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Like months ago, Money in the Bank. And then turned heel during her reign. But just turned heel, what, a month ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, about a month ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 weeks. Still. Now you're doing this?
Mm-hmm.
You're putting it on Charlotte. Why? Are you going to put Bayley on Raw and have Bayley beat Becky?
Are you going to have Bayley and Sasha tag team?
Face Kabuki Warriors. I'm not sure what you're doing here. I mean, and I like Becky, do not get me wrong, but you probably should have given this to Sasha. That was a good, but this just made no sense. You don't need to give more titles to Charlotte. She's going to beat her dad's record by the time she's 35, which means she'll look about 60 at this point. I'm sorry, that moonsault, she's a great athlete. She is smooth in the ring. Mm-hmm. She's too tall to do a moonsault like that.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to put your knees up to stop, interrupt her attack.
Yeah.
She's too tall. Like, she landed on her knees before she hit Bayley's knees.
Yeah, and this is not to take away from Charlotte as an athlete. It's not a good idea.
No.
It's not. And Bayley losing, now they're giving her a tantrum gimmick and this kind of stuff, which just... I have no problem with her being a heel and her getting her comeuppance. This wasn't the time.
Well, it may have just been an initial tantrum. It all matters on how they proceed with this going forward as to whether or not this is going to be successful. But as an isolated match and an isolated finish, this was a bad idea.
It's bad because now what do you have Charlotte do? What do you have Charlotte do? Defend championship against people that we don't care about?
Yeah.
Because most of the roster is beaten to powder.
Yeah, they haven't been built up.
But then we get to Rollins versus Bray. Bray's entrance, as I called it by bastardized Evanescence.
Yeah, Code Orange.
Is that actually what the name is?
Yeah.
Was that the orange box? I thought that was Half-Life.
No. What? The fuck are you talking about?
I thought Code Orange was actually something for Half-Life. Anyway, Hell in a Cell Universal title match. You know what? Okay. We started off good. We had quite a few moments where Seth Rollins had to curb stomp Bray Wyatt multiple times. More than he had to do to put down Brock Lesnar, and Bray Wyatt kept getting up. He should be like a horror monster that no matter how many times you hit him, he will get back up every single time. And then they stopped. And they just had Seth wail on him for 8 minutes? At least.
With the blaring red light on the entire goddamn time.
The red light's something I want to point out.
Sets up a chair on him, sets up a ladder on him, hits him with that, hits him with this. Hits him, slams him multiple times with a toolbox. And then when it seems like Bray should be getting up and attacking Seth, he takes a sledgehammer. He hits him after the ref tried to stop him from doing this. And the ref stops the match. The match ended by ref stoppage.
Actually, by DQ, I think. I think they call it a DQ.
A Hell in a Cell match. This is The Fiend. You were building him up. The crowd turned on this match. Then they turned on Seth. And then they turned on The Fiend. And then there were AEW chants.
Ooh!
And you can't mute that.
You're not Fox.
Yeah. So what happened next? They bring out the stretcher. They treat it like a medical incident. Now, Bray Wyatt, as they're trying to, help him up, he springs up. He gets Seth in the mandible claw, hits him with Sister Abigail, he tosses him outside, he rips up one of the mats, and then,
Sister
Abigail onto the cement, and then hits him with the mandible claw using a blood pack, which I'm guessing one of the crew gave him.
More discreetly than Byron gave that one Roman, hopefully.
Yeah. And then mandible claw, blood starts coming out, but the crowd was done already. The match went on for far too long. The spots were too many in Seth's favor. It made Seth look more powerful than The Fiend at a certain point, because Bray wasn't moving for the last 8 minutes of the match.
At least.
This was horribly booked. This was horribly done. This should not have gone on that long, and it should have been a ref stoppage or a DQ by The Fiend, not by Seth. You done fucked up, Aaron.
I'm gonna be really quick here with my analysis of it. The red light was infuriating. Absolutely infuriating. Everything you said fucking summed it up perfectly.
The red light wouldn't have been as bothersome if this was a quick match. It was not.
No. And it reminded me of what they did with Kane, except the problem is with Kane it got old really fast and they had to stop it. Wasn't the best Sin Cara lighting. I'm sorry, but just telling the story of Rollins throwing everything at him and him getting back up would have worked.
Yeah.
But like you said, the beatdown continued.
There was a moment where Seth Rollins had a chair and he was standing over him. And that would have been the moment to end the match with the mandible claw.
If you didn't want to give him the title, don't book him in a title match.
Or have him win by DQ. If you're going to have anyone win by DQ.
Yeah. Don't have it in the cell.
Well, not have Bray win by DQ, but have Seth win by DQ because Bray disqualified himself.
Right. Don't have it in a cell, though. That way, just have it be a street fight or something.
This was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Can't have DQ in a street fight. I agree. This was really bad. This did not need to go on long. So, I mean, the positives,
are minimal. The only positive that wasn't immediately undercut was the women's Hell in a Cell match.
I mean, even the women's tag title matches, no offense, I love Asuka and Kairi.
The wrestling was well worked enough, but there was no story there. There was really no... It was building to nothing.
A lot of it was bullshit.
Constructing a castle on quicksand.
Fast-moving quicksand, like in Mario 2.
Yeah.
This...
And I am the angry son.
God, that was Mario 3. F?
F.
Yeah,
almost a D-. What an F.
Sorry, Becky and Sasha. F. Let's just get this.
There's a poll up there. Yeah. If you liked it, by all means.
Tell us why in the comments, please.
Your perspective's important too.
Right. And it's okay if you guys liked it, but leave comments, hit the subscribe, the button, the thing.
Yeah. Hit like, hit dislike. I don't know what to do about this show anymore.
If they don't have Bray go to SmackDown and beat Brock in the draft, say this Friday, yeah, I don't know what to do then.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm John Ritlin. This is
the Turbinator.
Hey, you know what, Rob? We're already done. It hasn't even happened yet.
Anyway, bye, y'all.